Thank you, Jocelyn. That was beautifully said. What I'd like to do now is to introduce the Disaster Medical Assistance Team, the DMAT team. They were actually the first team on the ground, and although I think getting there was not very easy, they were the first responders. They have actually been, they were also the team that went to New Orleans after Katrina, and I think some of them went to Iran after the earthquake there as well. And so this is just another one of their incredible journeys, and the work that they did obviously was very important because they were so close to the initial trauma and shock of the whole event. Shannon Manzi from pharmacy, David Mooney, and one of our trauma surgeons, or the head of our trauma program, Gary Fleisher, our physician-in-chief and chief of pediatrics, and Deborah Weiner, one of our emergency physicians. So I don't know which one of you would like to say a few words. Oh, Gary.
Thank you, Sandy. I'll say really a few words about the team, and then maybe turn it over to Dave and Shannon and let them tell you about our experiences on the ground. And for me, I feel blessed in that I get to do what I can do, which is take care of sick children. But it's with the support of the team, and there's both a home team and an away team. The home team are the people here at Children's who support the effort. And just an example, I found out about the earthquake about 8 o'clock Tuesday night. I got home and kissed my wife, and she said, are you going to Haiti? I looked at her and said, not unless you bought some tickets, honey. And she said, there was an earthquake. And I said, let me check my email. And sure enough, there was a message from the NDMS, the National Disaster Medical System, that we might be deployed. And there was a string of emails over the next 12 hours or so. And that after Wednesday afternoon, so about maybe 18 hours after the earthquake, I started a shift in the emergency department. And then at 5 o'clock, I was told I had to be at the meeting point at 8 p.m. that night. And I turned to Rich Bacher in the ER. I said, Rich, I got to go. He said, don't worry about it. We'll cover you. And I said, but I got 3 more shifts. He said, we'll get them all covered. And everybody just picked up and covered. When I got back, I said, who do I owe? You know, who do I have to repay? Or he said, oh, don't worry about it. We took care of it. So there's a whole home team of people here at Children's Hospital that made it possible. In terms of the away team, I think it's something that you also can be proud of in terms of it's an effort of the United States government. And very few people, if any, know about the National Disaster Medical System, which was created back in about 1983. I've been a member since '84 to respond to disasters, initially within the United States and then subsequently anywhere in the world. And it's a partnership between the government, the Department of Health and Human Services, the Department of Defense, and a civilian contingent, which Dave, Shannon, and myself are members of. There's also a number of other members here at Children's. I'm probably going to forget some, but in the ER and the nursing staff, Michelle Morin, Ann McGinnis, Renee Charbonneau, and Alan Bouchard for many years, who used to be here. Physicians, Eric Fliegler, Deb Weiner, Mark Waltzman, probably some others as well. Shannon, obviously, from pharmacy. And NDMS is basically a volunteer effort. We are prepared to respond to disasters, so we have equipment, all prepackaged, tents, medical supplies, generators, fuel, operating room equipment. People spend their weekends, their evenings going out, making sure everything is in order. There's paperwork to be done. You have to be federally licensed, which I can tell you is no easy job. So every month you're doing something in between, even though you might only deploy once a year or once every 2 or 3 years. Then when we go either on civilian charter flights or else military aircraft, and the military assists us oftentimes once we get there. The team that I've been part of, as Sandy said, deployed to Katrina, to Bam, Iran after an earthquake, to Izmit, Turkey, Istanbul after an earthquake, to Hurricane Marilyn back in 1995 in the U.S. Virgin Islands, to Guam in the South Pacific after a typhoon, to the World Trade Center in New York, recently to the floods in North Dakota, probably to 3 or 4 other places. And these are individuals, and the team consists of cops, firefighters, paramedics, EMTs, pharmacists, respiratory therapists, physicians of various sorts who volunteer, who put the time in to be ready to go, to have everything prepared, and then within 12 hours are willing to drop everything. Our team commander, Keith Lindsay, was scheduled to fly out the next day on a 10th anniversary trip to Jamaica with his wife. He canceled that. One of our emergency room nurses, not from here, Sean, was on a salmon fishing trip in Alaska, and he arranged to hook up with us in Atlanta, which was kind of a connecting point for us. So very dedicated individuals. Nobody more dedicated, I can tell you, than Dave Mooney and Shannon Manzi. I work with them every day, and I know just how caring they are and how hard they work. But having said that, down in Haiti, those guys just tirelessly, endlessly, just showed incredible dedication. And it really just gives me chills to have the privilege of being able to work beside the two of them. And maybe I'll turn it over to Dave and Shannon. They can tell you a little bit more about some of the experiences on the ground.